All right. Hey, Erika, thank you so much for coming on. And I listened to our podcast today. We had a good flow.
We definitely did. I mean, two women just jamming with each other. And that's what I love so much when I meet other women with just this high vibration.
Same.
I would say this is the type of people you should surround yourself with because it just brings more of it on.
And when I went on your podcast, you asked me some questions, but I read your bio today and her bio is amazing, guys. Like, she is a very strong woman. I know if you want to listen to her podcast, I'm going to let her talk about herself for a second, but all of her episodes are great. I've listened to them on the regular now since she actually hit me up on Facebook, and it was actually, I think I told you this on yours. It was on the perfect day. I was having like one of those weird, funky days, and you just came into my inbox at the perfect time. So the synchronicity there.
I always say it's a God thing. It's a God thing.
Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. So will you just tell everybody who you are, what you do? But she's got an amazing bio, but I want to kind of like dig into it deeper. So I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Absolutely. Well, Michelle, first and foremost, thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for being a guest on my podcast, Grit, Grace, and Glitz. This is just such a phenomenal platform that I love that dynamic podcasters can share each other's information and put our value out there. Just a really quick synopsis about me. Originally from Massachusetts. I'm a civil engineer by schooling. I have my MBA. I wear a lot of different hats, everything from the hard hat to the baseball cap. I'm a mom of two young kids. I live in the Pennsylvania area. Like I said, went to school at Villanova and graduated, been climbing the corporate ladder in a really male-dominated, space. Have started two amazing women empowerment groups because of that. I do a lot of outreach in the community and a lot of work to make sure that I'm promoting and lifting up other women, especially as I rise. Simultaneously, I love having my hands in a lot of different things. And again, wearing quite a few different hats, everything from the podcast hat or the podcast, headphones. I have a podcast called Grit, Grace, and Glitz. I have a book called You've Got This, Boss Mama. I am working on another book right now, which is super exciting. I was just a TEDx speaker on the audacity to be resilient. I do a lot of work when it comes to awareness about assault and vision and, supporting other women. And lastly, I just love wellness. I love helping people with health and wellness, showing up, feeling their very, very best. And I truly believe in today's society, we need more of that than ever, right?
And you do such a good job. You do such a good job. I mean, since you slipped into my inbox, I've been paying close attention to you, and there's so many similarities with our passion and our love for women and our passion and what we do in our community, just in very different ways. I have a commercial real estate license, which is very much a man's world here. And so there's the similarities as I watched your TED Talk. It was amazing. You guys, we're going to have everything in the bio about her under, in the section where you look up things. Please watch her TED Talk, listen to her TED Talk, listen to her podcast, pick up her book. I know that there was a reason she was placed in my life. What's so fun is like we're on separate parts of the world or the country, and we found each other. And when my team was reading your bio, they were like, holy cow, this is crazy. I love it. I think you're amazing. And what I wanted to dive into, all while having two kids, like this woman is amazing. And you really do build up other people. And when you spoke on wellness, not only is it like health and wellness, you really, mental wellness, like you are very strong mentally, emotionally, as well as physically. Like I love the words that come out of your mouth. They are very inspiring, very encouraging, very empowering. I mean, you are walking the walk and talking the talk. And I just have to tell you, I appreciate that so much. And I'm so glad we met.
Oh my goodness. Wow. I mean, mic drop. My weekend just got made.
Hey, I had to give it right back to you.
I feel the same way about you. And I truly believe, like I said, there's a certain reason that people meet and, just what we've been able to do to uplift each other, but what we're doing to uplift so many other listeners and so many other people that need the uplifting, right? And we're going to need uplifting in our lives. And if we can provide that to other people, it's such a gift. And the world can be a dark place.
And I love, now you had on here, so you do a lot in your community with charity, which I do as well. We do a big fundraising event of some sort with my company every year. You're involved in on a lot of charity boards and networking groups. But you're always known as a side hustle. I'm the hustle queen here. I'm telling you, there's so many synchronicities. It's insane. But I wanted to know more about the side hustles. Do you just love being busy? I mean, you have a lot of energy. You can feel it I can feel it from across the country. Like I can feel it. Like what? Yeah, I love it. I'm the same way, but it's just so nice seeing someone else be that way. So you are known as the side hustle queen. So do you always have to have multiple things going on? And, how do you choose these routes? Because, there are women out there who are looking for something extra to do. Like what advice do you have for that woman that maybe feels stuck or needs something else?
Yeah, I love that question. And I appreciate you so much asking that, Michelle. And, it wasn't that I wanted, so many of us are like, we're already busy enough. We already have enough going on. I always say, listen, we make time for the things that really matter to us. Right. And I really make sure that I align my vision and my trajectory forward with things that are going to move the needle, that are going to uplift me, that are going to bring me to that next level. And, it's one of the reasons that I do these things on the side, because yes, my full-time career, it's a great job. I really enjoy a lot of aspects of it, but I realized in order to next level myself, I needed something more. I needed to give something more. And I'll go back to an analogy that, when I was in college, right? I was in these crazy all-day labs, civil engineering classes, dynamics, statistics, all of this stuff, right? Like really intense
stuff. You are nerding out.
I would go out and babysit and waitress. I was nerding out. And some people are like, wow, you were an engineer. I never would for you being an engineer. But what I will say is I had to have the side hustle even during college. Like I would go and waitress on Thursday nights, $1 a dozen wings. That's going to show you how old I was, right? $1.50 Molson's. And I would also go and babysit and do creative play with the kids. I needed that adrenaline rush. I needed to use both sides of my brain. And I truly believe we all have something so passionate about us to unlock. And 20 years ago, I think we felt like, we had to have one career and climb one ladder and do one thing. Now, the beautiful part is we're not one-dimensional. We're three-dimensional human beings that have a lot of different things and a lot of different things straight. So find that passion. And how can you connect that with your purpose? And how can you combine that? And to me, that was health and wellness. I used to own a gym. I taught fitness classes. I love just going, energizing people. People always say you have so much energy. I'm like, I want to help you feel that way. Because when you don't have energy, you don't feel good.
No, you don't.
I want everyone to be able to vibrate at their highest level and their highest capacity. I believe in side hustles. I believe that they make you more well-rounded to all aspects of your life.
Do you love it because, and this is why I love it, and I feel like this is one of the many reasons you probably love it. Do you love it because when you're in that high vibe and when you're connecting with people, you can physically feel that it went into them. Like when I'm there and I'm in that moment and I'm at my highest best self and I'm putting that out, you can see it. I mean, it's proven, you can see it spill over, just like the opposite. If there's negative energy, that can sometimes affect people negatively too. But the first time I heard from you, I felt it through the message. I mean, you're doing such a good job. So that's, that what she's saying is this is why she does it. She does it because she wants to do it for others. It's not just about her. You're like me, you don't, you wouldn't do it just for yourself. What you are putting out and what it's doing for others is so much more important than what it's doing for you. You can tell.
And when I get messages like, you lit me up, you made me feel amazing. Thank you for being such a positive light. I can't wait to see your messages every week. I can't wait to see your Facebook posts daily. They light me up. And I'm like, listen, some of it's selfish. We're allowed to be selfish. We're allowed to feel good ourselves. But the beautiful part is when you get to light up someone else, it is like fireworks, right? You feel even better. And the beautiful part about it is regardless, I don't ever do it with a mission of this is going to reach this many people or this is going to do this. I really do it with the mission that it's going to come back to me tenfold, right? The energy that you put out, I believe you get back. And when I energize other people, I am high vibration. It allows me to literally fire on all cylinders in other aspects of my life, being a mom, being a wife, doing my podcast, being a wellness entrepreneur, having a real estate business, like it allows me to be like, oh my goodness, like there's just so much goodness coming on. I don't have time for any negativity.
No, I love that. And you can feel that in everything that you do. Like you can feel it every TED Talk or your TED Talk that I watched. I haven't gotten to read your book yet. We have a book club right now. And then I have a separate book I'm reading with another friend. So I'm like, and I came out of a leadership program where I had to read all these books. So, but your book is on my list. I have a book list. You're on the list. You're actually on the list for the book club that we have because you have so much energy and knowledge to give. And I have the 200 spray tanning partners. A lot of the words that you use are the same words I use, but I love having a woman. I love hearing a different perspective or a different, like it coming from a whole different person, but it's the same vision. It's the same passion. So I really appreciate meeting you. After we met and after I did your podcast, I really honed in on you, and you have so much to bring to the table, and it's helping me in my path with it. We get stuck. I get stuck sometimes. Is it for you sometimes? Like, I feel the responsibility, and I take it very seriously that women consider me a mentor. And it's very refreshing to have a voice like yours to just pop on and listen to sometimes and say, okay, I'm doing this right because she's inspiring me, and this is how I'm inspiring others.
It is so good to be able to say, listen, there's days when we show up and we need motivation. Some people see us and we're like, yes, let's go. Let's do it. Like they see Michelle firing all cylinders and Erika going after this. And like, we have our days too that we need to tap in and we need to replenish and we need to re-energize. And that's okay. That downtime is just important as the uptime.
Yes.
And I think as a high D and high vibrating person, you have to recognize that sometimes you need that downtime to replenish for the good time.
Yes, you have to. And sometimes I do it in my car. I do it. And you have two small children. So my son's 22. So how do you make that downtime? Like, what do you do to recharge? I'm sure you have many ways that you do it, but name a couple for, my listeners.
I love that. So I think it's really carving out, defending that time and finding that time every part of your day. And for me, it's early in the morning. Like I really enjoy morning time. And I get up extra early and I do what I need to do to recharge me. I have a routine that I go through every morning, and it really puts me in a good path. And when I get it done in the morning, it allows me then to show up better in the afternoon. Like when my family needs me or when my kids need me or when I need to show up as a wife or a mom or PTA or whatever it is, right? Like sometimes I'm like, oh my goodness, I feel like a spider being pulled in 8 different directions, and that's okay. But I think what we need to recognize is that with this whole process, it is a process. And it's not finite. There's no like, hey, take 2 rights, 1 left and skip over the river and you're going to figure this all out. Every day is a little different to navigate, but learning how to deal with the stress and navigate through those twists and turns, to me, are absolutely the most critical.
Absolutely.
And quite frankly, having mechanisms to be able to do that.
Yes. And whatever that mechanism may be, like for me, sometimes it's driving in the car. Sometimes it's walking this little dog in my lap. Sometimes and like I do it very much in the morning, but sometimes my morning will get rushed and then I come back at some point in the day and recharge. So you're speaking my language.
Amen. And it's so important. It's so important though. Like you need to make that self-care. Like it's not selfish, right? It's like selfless not to do it.
Yes. And it's important because it is the energy you're bringing to the day and the people around you, whether it be your children, your staff, your coworkers, your friends, your family. I literally this week was feeling funky and made myself spend alone time for an hour journaling, put on my favorite mantra music. So I'd love to hear another woman who since I've met you, I just really enjoy watching you, and it's almost like validation that I'm doing something right because someone I admire now is doing the same thing in their own way.
It's important to find those women in our life.
Yes, yes. And I have to, and thank you so much. I'll tell you what you taught me. You taught me to reach out if you did, even if I don't even know who the heck they are. Because I thought you knew me through someone. So that really, you encouraged me to be like, man, I want to do what Erika did and just Facebook message somebody. How cool is that, that we have so many similarities and here we are. We both have podcasts. Like, how crazy is that? I mean, it's not crazy. You inspired me to do the same.
Yeah. But we need to stop making it weird, right? We need to just make it normal.
Yes. Thank you for saying that. Or let's get weird. Like whatever the way they look at it.
Exactly. And like, again, and the people that make it weird, then they're probably not the right people for you. And it's okay. You're not going to be for everyone. And I think sometimes in life we want everyone to be happy with us. And we're like, you know what? It's okay. That person's not our person. And we're not their person either. Exactly. Bam. It opens up space for you to go meet that person that you're supposed to.
And space for them to go do whatever they need to do. Like, no one's doing anything bad here. We're just, I always say, protect my peace. I'm just building my tribe. And if you don't want to be on my tribe, we're cool, man. We're good. Like, we are okay. I want women around me who are in line with with my passions. And I love that I can now do it through this platform with anyone. So cool. My dog.
Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we get to do it together. We get to inspire, watch each other, lift each other up, help each other through the dark times, share inspiration, share what's working, what's not working. Hey, listen, this is working really well in my business. You should try this. Right.
Yeah.
It's
which
all
is
the unknowns. And like, we can't do this alone.
Which was really important. That's why after, you reached out to me. And then when I started to really like hone in on you and getting to know you through, through a through social media and just following you, I was like, I really want to have her on because she's got a lot of great things to say. And I'm hoping that my listeners and a lot of my listeners and followers are female entrepreneurs on this side of the world. And I really know that you have a lot of great things to say and you're inspiring and you're real. You're a mom. I think sometimes that people don't need, even though I look up to them, the Gabrielle Bernsteins, the big, which I love her so much. But, we need the woman that's juggling everything that you're juggling, which hell, you've had a ton of success. I'm not downplaying that. There's just something very I thought I already knew you when we spoke our first time. There's something very cool about the way you speak and come off, and you have had a lot of success. So that's why it was so important for me to have you on, because after I started to follow you, I was like, man, I think my listeners are going to get so much out of her.
Well, I love that. And I'm an open book. Like, if anyone's listening to this and is like, I wish I knew this about her. Oh, I'd love to follow up, or I'd love to find out more about her wellness business, whatever it is, I'm here to support you, to lift you up, to chat with you, to connect with you on social media. Absolutely. And I just wanted to thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to, be on your amazing podcast.
Well, let's do it again. I know we had a short one today, but this won't be the last that I want to hear from you. And let's definitely keep in touch. I'm going to definitely share on a regular basis Erika's podcast and what she's doing. She inspires so many women in her world, and I know she will in my world too. So tell everybody where to find you on social media. She's on my social media, so a lot of my followers are on here. Please follow her. You can, if you forget or whatever, you can find her on mine, and I obviously will be sharing her, but go ahead and tell them where to find you.
Absolutely. Well, I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Instagram, and it's Erika with a K, Erika. And my last name is Rothenberger. And I know that's 12 letters, and it's Rothenberger. Would love to connect with you, would love to learn more about you, and would love to find out how I can help you.
Yes. And if you could leave everybody with something, again, I've mostly female following. If you could leave them with anything, someone thinking about doing something, I said jump on yours. What I would like to ask you the same question. If you could leave my listeners with anything, what would you say?
Absolutely. And I think it comes down to the 4-letter F word, fear. FEAR. Leave it at home. Leave it at home, because at the end of the day, it can be there. It can creep up. It can make every reason not to do it. But there's every reason you should do it. So leave the 4-letter F word, both 4-letter F words at home.
Yeah.
And go out and just do it. Do it afraid, be messy. And you know what? You're going to figure out everything in between. And sometimes the messy is what leads you to the excellence.
Yes. Yes, I love that so much. I replace fear with faith. Replace it with the other F word.
Amen.
Well, I love you so much. And I hope I know you have appointments after this too. I do too, but let's please connect. I'm going to keep sharing your stuff because I do adore you. And you really, I wasn't even saying that just for the podcast. You really are encouraging to me, and you're encouraging to the women and the team that I have, whether it's at my headquarters or my partners. You really do have some great things to say, and you have no idea how much I appreciate that.
Oh, right back at you, girl. Have the best day. And let's go out there. Let's go be gritty and graceful and celebrate all the glitz that we are putting out into the universe.
Yeah, I love it. All right. Have a great day.
Take care, my friend.
Bye.